Good morning, everybody. It is a glorious day, and we have another big project planned for today as we continue with our big bedroom renovation. And I have a very handsome guy right here who is busy at work. Today we are going to be building a Trumeau.
Good morning. Something we've never done, building a Trumeau.
Fantastic. I'm so excited. This is going to be great. So tell me really quickly, what are we doing?
Well, we bought an antique piece that goes over a door. And so we're going to use that with a mirror and some other elements that we bought to make a Trumeau. This is the backing.
Great.
And hopefully we're going to just mount the elements to the backing, and that should give us a Trumeau. In a perfect world, it should go really smoothly. But this is not a perfect world that we live in. It is doing stuff in a chateau.
Yes.
Often has some problems, so we'll see. But we've got a plan, which is the main thing, so we're not with it.
We do have a plan. So what exactly is a Trumeau mirror, and why are we so enchanted with this style? Well, a Trumeau mirror is a whisper from another century. It's elegant, poetic, quietly grand, and it was born in 18th century France when candlelight was precious and rooms glowed in soft gold. These mirrors weren't just for vanity. They were meant to capture light, to reflect warmth from the fire or the shimmer of a chandelier, and to make even the smallest salon feel alive. Each Trumeau mirror was crafted like a love letter to beauty. The lower half held the mirror itself, while the upper panel often carried a painted scene, perhaps cherubs or garlands or pastoral lovers, framed in carved giltwood that danced with delicate scrolls and flourishes. The name Trumeau actually comes from the French word for the wall space between two windows. In the Rococo era, when you think about the reign of Louis XV, the mid-1700s, a Trumeau mirror was all about flourish and delight. You'll see carved giltwood frames with swirling acanthus leaves, shell motifs, floral garlands, sometimes a painted panel at the top depicting light-hearted scenes, maybe cherubs or garden lovers. These were placed between windows or above fireplaces to reflect the light and draw the eye upward. The decoration is exuberant, playful, feminine, a mirror as art and a decorative jewel rather than just functional glass. The giant Trumeau mirror that we bought from the Chateau de Chambord is a great example from this era, and we have some very special surprises for you if you think we're just going to leave it dangling in place in the room. Now, what could it be? Moving on to the reign of Louis XVI, the late 1700s, and the dawn of neoclassicism, the Trumeau mirror evolves. The frames become more restrained with straight lines or subtle curves, bow ribbons, laurel wreaths, urns, classical motifs, replacing the wild scrolls of Rococo. The room that we're doing is very Regency inspired, so it's got a little bit of both. It's got the neoclassicism and also the Rococo. We're going for all of it in this room. The painted piece that we are working with is from this era, though the final mirror result is going to be a melange of the two styles. We love the fact that they combine several forms of artistry: painting, carving, a time when craftsmanship was art and reflection was an experience, not just a glance. So we're trying here to recreate a little bit of history. There are going to be some power tools today?
I don't know that we need many, actually. Potentially screws.
What about your mitering saw? There's going to be some fancy molding going on this.
Ah, well, I don't know. We might need to, we will need to cut that. We need to cut some molding.
Yeah, I guess we are going to need to get the big tools out after all.
Wow.
I love it.
Let's see how we do.
I can't wait. This beautiful piece that we bought when we went to our favorite antique store in our local village. It was sold by Marie-Agnès to us. It would have been above a door. Well, I think we could try to make it look like a Trumeau, and it's wonderful. It's very, very old, and we just thought it was splendid. Blonde-haired maiden, dark-haired boy, and a little dog. What could be better?
Yeah, well, if we're going to do that, we're probably better to build the Trumeau underneath it and then put it up as in one piece.
But we need to hang it to see what size we need to measure for everything to get it correct for the mirror and for the wood.
Okay, we can hang it.
Simon's gonna pop up to the ladder and hold it in place. We're gonna see exactly where this thing ought to go. Does it line up with the paneling? Does it line up with the ceiling? What's it gonna look like? If it were a classic Trumeau, it would go all the way to the ceiling, but because we've got the paneling, can you lower it slightly and see what it looks like if it's in line with the paneling? Okay, because I think that might also be the answer right there.
Okay.
Yeah, that looks really nice. I do think we should maybe think about hanging it and seeing what it's going to look like though, standing back. It's hard to tell.
Okay. Got it?
Yeah.
Sure?
Yeah, I've got it.
Okay.
And it looks like it's separating slightly from the top, so we might need to reinforce that.
Okay. That is in for the moment. What we're thinking is we'll put a mirror underneath. Maybe we'll attach this to a mirror, we'll make a mirror and attach it and turn it into a Trumeau. What do you think?
Sounds like a great idea to me. Needs to be painted to kind of tie in with this mirror a little bit of gilding as well.
Yeah, if you want to, yeah.
See that?
Oh, you're putting...
That's two.
Are you attaching the trim to the mirror?
See, it's going to look just like this. See? It's going to look just like this. So imagine that that's the back, and then that gets stuck on the front, and this sits in the middle. So now that we've got this lined up, I think we have an idea of where to go with it.
So I'm just checking the measurement. Yeah, so we have the night height.
Okay.
The nice thing about having the backing is that it gives us our boundary.
Exactly. So in the last two episodes, which were a couple of weeks ago, you saw us hang this glorious mirror, the other massive Trumeau that we sourced from the Chateau of Chambord, one of the grandest castles here in the Loire Valley. And then we showed you how to hang fabric on the walls. Inside these gorgeous panels, we worked so hard, and in the end, it was a tremendous success. You're starting to get a feeling, I think, of how this room is going to be shaping up. And the other Trumeau, the one we're going to build, is the very next step into making it a real dream come true. And here we are back at our favorite hardware store. I swear we are at one of these places every single day when we're doing a project. It seems like no matter how much planning we do, there's always more stuff that we forgot, more stuff we have to buy, and lots and lots of trips to this place. Got your details? Good stuff.
Contreplaque. 10 mm. Les dimensions sont 193.
And what else do we need to get? We need to get some trim.
Yeah, I'm going to pick that up.
And I'm going to head over to the paint section.
Okay.
All right.
Have fun.
Oh, well done. You've got everything you need?
Got everything I need to make a Trumeau.
And as always, we're wondering if it's going to fit in the Prius.
I think almost perfectly.
Like that, perfect. Like, yeah, there we go. That's good. Are you ready to help today? You're a good boy. You're such a good boy. Hanging out in the shade. Goodness, it is a glorious day today.
Yes.
Ready to go. I'm gonna cut the molding in place.
Yeah. What's gonna happen is this trim
Uh-huh.
will come in here.
Yep.
And we're gonna have an interior couple of moldings. Okay, and it's all gonna be painted the same color and aged. So it looked like it was built like that in the 1700s.
Great.
And there's gonna be one there, like that. That's gonna form the inside. There's going to be one here. That's going to form the outside.
You're forgetting something.
And then your pieces are going to be cut to fit in there.
But you also need to you need miters because you need to do the ends as well.
Yeah, I've got footing. So this is footing. Here.
Great.
So this element here is going to create a foot.
Okay.
That's going to sit in there. And we could potentially put that right across here, across the bottom.
Great.
Now, will that make a difference? We didn't measure to the top, did we, exactly? Or did we?
I don't know. You did the measuring.
Yeah. To make sure that we've got room for the footing, right?
Yeah.
Is we'll bring this to the top.
Okay. It was measured precisely. Remember to line up with the paneling. That's the most important thing. If it goes too tall, as we learned with the other mirror, it all goes a bit pear-shaped.
Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. I'm hanging it separately. So I'm
So our Build a Trumeau from Scratch project is coming along. We have the top bit clamped into place. Now we have to put in some screws for safety, add the other decorative elements. The next thing we need to do is measure all of these pieces of trim to make sure that they're exactly perfect with the right length. And so it's a little bit of measuring, a little bit of cutting, a little bit of gluing. Then there'll be some painting, some gilding, and hopefully it'll look like it's been in the chateau forever. First bit of trim is in. It is looking good.
What we've done is just cut two pieces to go on either side of the mirror. And the reason for that is that we want to be able to have the trim sit over the mirror a little bit. So we're just lifting the trim up off the bottom 5mm so that the trim can sit flush to the mirror.
Perfect. finishing up the mirror. Look behind us. It's the worst thunderstorm. It's like a hurricane. We just had to run the Trumeau inside. Thankfully, we were just reaching the very final stages of it, but this is crazy. Did I get everything in? I've done my best, sweetheart. I mean, I think the plants are safe. The umbrella is mostly tidied. If any of you have been to any of the stately homes or cathedrals or other places around Europe and actually probably globally now, often in the gift shops they sell these beautiful hand-beaded, handmade fabric ornaments that are so exquisite. Each one's a little bit unique. And the thing I love most about them is that they're not breakable and they are just so, so lovely. So for people like us who really love everything to do with textiles, things that are handmade and things that can be heirloom pieces, these are wonderful. So then my challenge was to find the artists who know how to do this. And then my next challenge is to actually create the designs. And so the very first design, of course, and I'm gonna start out with 2 or 3 and then hopefully we'll expand from there, is of course, our chateau. So the very first thing I have to do is to draw it out for the people that will be executing these beautiful little ornaments and do it in such a way that they can create it with fabric, create it with beads, and to where it's still very obviously our chateau. So this is going to be a challenge. It's not just all one color. We have these wonderful pink and ivory stripes in the brickwork and the stonework on the exterior. We also have these wonderful tiles, these beautiful faience tiles that were built in, so all different colors, which of course we want to represent. The green glass of the orangery and the blue slate roof. So all of this is going to be an interesting challenge for these guys, and I think I found the perfect people to do it. So now here's the first example that the artist sent me. As you can see, it is absolutely stunning. It exceeded my wildest expectations, but it wasn't quite perfect. You see, there's a little bit of the roof missing. So we started going back and forth. Lots of exchanging of ideas, me circling images. It's amazing what these guys can actually do. So then also I noted that we needed to have the green glass of the front of the chateau. It's one of the signature parts of the chateau. So this was extremely important to me as well. They already remembered though the tiles, the stripes, all the details, and then they sent this back, writing Chateau Love across the bottom as I had originally requested, but then I thought, you know, I actually don't love this as much as I should. So we've changed that to put in some green shrubs. This was a little design that I went back and did. You see now that they've added the roof in place, looking more and more like our chateau. And then we decided to put the words Chateau Love across the back. Again, absolutely gorgeous. I love this so much, but the gold was kind of lost a little bit against the ivory in this particular situation. And I thought with the blue of the roof, it would be so nice to have the words Chateau Love against a bright blue background. So they redid it for me. And here's the final result. It is gorgeous, beautiful velvet and beading and embroidery and so many luscious, lovely things. I cannot wait to start shipping them out. And if you like French chateau and you love love, well, this will be the perfect little ornament or gift for somebody. Now the next design I want to do because it's keeping with our chateau theme, is a beautiful fleur-de-lis. The fleur-de-lis, of course, is emblematic of French history, of French royalty. And so we're going to create a very beautiful ivory fleur-de-lis with magnificent gold beading and gold embroidery. So this is going to be ornament number 2. And they did it. Here's the mock-up, copying my design exactly. It's so perfect and beautiful. And here is the finished result. I'm over the moon. And last but not least, an ornament that I've been wanting to make forever is a Marie Antoinette. Now, I've seen other Marie Antoinette ornaments out there, but I want ours to be the most special, the most exquisite, the most beautiful Marie Antoinette ornament in existence. I've got all sorts of photographs of Marie Antoinette. Here is her lovely face. And I think if I use this as the inspiration for her gown, again, remembering that all of this has to be executed in a very small space with fabrics, beads, and embroidery. And then I'm gonna be working with the artists. We're gonna go back and forth and make sure that the designs and the ornaments are absolutely perfect before we start selling them. Now let's get started on Marie Antoinette. Her face, ooh, and her very fabulous hair. Let's start with that. We want to give her a sweet face too. I mean, she was really just a young girl. Let's make her lovely. Now the artists are working on this very special ornament as we speak. I am so excited to see what the final result will be because, of course, as you guys saw from the other 2 ornaments, what they can accomplish is magnificent. And each one will be a little bit unique from all of the others because they're, of course, all handmade. And then as soon as we've agreed the ornaments, we are going to start taking pre-orders. They should be available for delivery, hopefully by the mid to end of November, just in time for Christmas. Now back to our fabulous Trumeau mirror. The work is continuing on building this beautiful Trumeau from scratch. We've assembled all of the wooden pieces, all of the decorative elements. I now am going to try to clean this very old, over 200-year-old oil painting on the top. And it's a bit daunting, but Isabella had a great idea about how to clean it, and let's see if it's gonna work. I've been trying to figure out how to clean this because there's a lot of grime on it. It's so beautiful, and we really want it to glow. And actually, Isabella just gave me a great idea, which is very modern, and it's to use one of these magic sponges because we don't want to use any heavy solvents or anything that might destroy the image. Let's see if it's going to work. So time to start doing some filling to make it look like all of these pieces were carved all at one time. Now it's time to paint the rest of the Trumeau. We want it to be in the spirit of the other big mirror that we got, the one at the Brocante at Chambord. And so we're going to try to make all the colors harmonize without it looking too matchy-matchy, and most importantly, making it look like the entire mirror is authentic to the age. Well, the undercoat is down, and now it's a little bit of a scary moment because we're going to start painting that oxblood red that's going to go underneath the gold. And so this mirror is going to get very ugly before it becomes beautiful. Well, it's 10 o'clock at night and Simon's just told me that dinner is ready. We're running very, very late at the moment. So I'm gonna go wash my little brushes, carry on with this in the morning, but it's coming along. The red is really dramatic, soon gonna be gold. And what other colors, I wonder, are we gonna use on this mirror? So starting again, first thing in the morning.
So we're running out of time. Can I help with the Trumeau?
Yes, okay, so let me show you what I've done so far. So I've already cleaned the painting and it is absolutely glowing. What do you think of it?
Yes, it's beautiful.
Yeah, I'm really pleased with that. Now, it looks really weird right now because I've been painting this kind of oxblood undercoat. So this is all of the part that's gonna get gilded. And so I started to paint over here. And by the way, I really, really appreciate you stepping in to help with this.
Okay.
Because you see, we've got all of this to reupholster. We've got tons of projects and I'm working on the panels. So these raised parts that we've already done are now going to get painted red.
Okay.
And then once that happens, we have a lovely deep blue color that's similar to the Wedgwood color, and also, you know, the color that we have on the giant mirror that we bought in Chambord.
Yes.
So we've got that color to work with, and also on that other mirror, we have this kind of deep cream. So I have an oil-based paint that we can paint in this area.
Okay.
And then once that paint dries, I'll go in and give it a little bit of age all together. So the gilding and the paint. And then this will be just completely transformed into our Trumeau mirror. Well, it was definitely right to entrust this into your hands. You're on fire.
Well, it's taking time, I think, but it's not fast, that's for sure.
No, but it's precise. Sweetie, you are a gilding machine.
Not really. I'm actually just making a big mess, but...
You are golden. I know it looks like a big mess now, but it's going to look beautiful when it's done.
Okay. We'll take your word for it.
It will. I know it will. It's one of those things, practice makes perfect. Well done. Thank you. So Simon and Isabella did an amazing job on the gilding. It looks really stunning. And now it's time to start painting and making this thing look like it's been around for hundreds of years. So I've painted the ivory, another couple of coats on top, and now the bottom we're going to paint a deep, rich blue. Trumeau is looking very shiny. It has been magnificently gilded. The rest of the gold has been all cleaned up. I've painted it this deep Wedgwood color, but it's not gonna stay that color. We're just gonna stay in the same color family. And now, on all of this perfect gilding, we are gonna completely deconstruct and age it. Excited about this part. It's time to age the mirror. I have a big vat of my bitumen of Judea. It's gonna be messy. I'm gonna be filthy. It's gonna be beautiful. Show you guys the difference. Yes, it's very noisy next door. My family's having a great time while I'm painting. So before, when I painted the ivory, that's what it looks like against the gold, and I've started aging, and look at all of that. All of a sudden it looks very old indeed, and you might think, oh, well, that doesn't look good. But in the whole scheme of things, it's gonna make it look really authentic.
So is it finished?
Almost. Come have a look. I've been aging.
Okay. That looks very close to the color on the mirror.
That's what I'm hoping for. Yeah. Maybe not super matchy, but are we ready for a big tape pull?
You're doing tape pulls now.
Ooh, I am. We're getting close to being able to hang it.
Gonna clean it up?
I am gonna clean it up before we hang it.
Looks really good.
Do you like it?
I think compared to what we started with,
we started with nothing. We started with just the top.
So just the top, and we put all this together, painted it. It looks like it all has all gone together from day one.
Well, the cool thing is that I think it actually looks authentic. I think it's going to look like an 18th century Trumeau, which is exactly what we're going for.
Is it now? Oh, that's good to know. It looks like we might have got that.
I think we might have done it. I think we might have pulled it off. How to build a Trumeau.
How to build a Trumeau.
Join us in just a few days. Yes, I promise, just a few very short days when we have the big reveal of the Trumeau Mirror going up in place in the bedroom, plus some new projects that we're beginning in the bedroom. It's all very, very exciting. Lots of new adventures. And also, don't forget to check out the Chateau Love website for beautiful chateau-inspired art, bags, gifts, and best of all, antique and vintage jewelry. New uploads and arrivals every single week. See you soon.
I see la vie en rose when you press me to your heart.